Hi everyone, welcome to another Journal with Me video. In today's video I kind of just wanted to have fun one evening and I started playing with some watercolors, and you can see here that I laid a bunch of pretty colors down that kind of felt like my mood at the time, just some really pretty florally pastels. And I don't know, I was looking through my supplies and realized I don't have a lot of pretty, lighthearted stuff. Everything I have is very vintagey and in neutral colors. And then I remembered my stationery selection box that I got, and I got a lot of different colors in this particular box, and I remembered that there was lots of pretty pinks and florals, and so I decided to pull from all of those. And I've done an unboxing video for this. I will leave it down below or leave it in the cards. Hopefully I'll remember this time. I think last time I forgot, but yeah, I really had fun. I pulled all the things from the box that I thought would really go with the watercolors that I put down. And the watercolors that I actually used are the Arteza brand watercolors. I did a review for those as well. They're actually really nice. I was really skeptical about this brand because they reach out a lot to the content creators and just send product all over the place. And so, I don't know, I was weary about it, but the watercolors are really nice. I will give them credit for that. So I know it's difficult to make decent watercolors because they're either really oily or they're really powdery, and these are just really, really nice. They go on really well, and the colors are super vibrant. You can make them really vibrant or soften them up a little bit, and that's what I did. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. I really want to have more fun with watercolors, and this was my way to do that. So I've just loosely torn a bunch of these hand-stamped papers that I really, really loved, and I'm just going to tear all the edges to make them all look torn. I don't want any flat edges because there aren't any super defined edges with the watercolors that I use. I just kind of throw the color down on the paper, and so I felt like if I put some really squared off edges, it would really it wouldn't float on the page, it would sit in your face, and I feel like the torn edge really helped soften that a little bit. So I really like the way that everything kind of turns out with all the torn edges. And I'm just using the washi samples that she also included in this box. I do want to note that the box is sold out. The September pre-order is also sold out, and there is no estimated future shop opening right now. I think she's going to take some time after this last pre-order and reevaluate how she's doing things. It's taking her a lot longer to make these boxes because they are completely custom to each specific person. And so she really needs to reevaluate how she's doing this. So I'm sorry. I will link her shop down below so that you can find her, but you aren't going to be able to purchase anything as of today, July 27th, 2019. So if you want to follow her on Instagram, she always posts whenever she is doing anything with the shop. So if you want to stay in the know, I suggest that you follow her on Instagram. Miss Shelly is really, really amazing. And so what I'm doing now is she has sent over a bunch of these really pretty Avril yarn samples, and I'm using the washi tape to kind of hold it down a little bit, and I'm just loosely laying it on the page. It kind of looks like a pretzel right now, but yeah, I wanted to add a little texture and dimension again to help with the flow of the watercolor. It's very flowy and it moves around a lot on the page, and I thought that adding a little more texture might help soften everything, and I think in the end it looks really, really nice. So I'm using one of the tags that she handmade, hand stamped, and hand foiled, and I just replaced the yarn or the thread that she used with a sample of the Avril yarn, and it looks really pretty. I kind of regretted putting it in the spot so close to the other, the peach colored thread, but in the end I think it looks really fun. It's fine. So I'm just tearing off one of these pretty little flowers to put on one of these other little watercolor blobs. So, yeah, like I said, Miss Shelly is doing a really good job of curating these boxes, and she just got inundated. I felt so bad after my upload of my unboxing. she was just inundated and was just not prepared for that kind of attention and that many orders. And so she really wants to do right by this, and the only way that she can do right by it is if she takes her time and really thinks through the process of, how many she can make, how many she should sell. And so I would just keep that in mind, be patient with her. This is totally new for her. She just was not prepared, and she's really got something amazing. So if you really want one of these, hang in there. Maybe she will, do something again, before the end of the year, but just don't rely on that. And, she's not got a waiting list. She doesn't have any other pre-orders. She's just shut everything completely down so she can focus on the orders that she's got. So, everything I'm using is from the box. The washi samples, the stickers, everything, except for the postage stamp that was already on there, which was sent from a dear pen friend of mine. She's on vacation over in Greece and sent me a lovely postcard, and that postage stamp was just beautiful. So I put that on there, and then of course, obviously the watercolors. So yeah, I used the watercolors as like a base to hold all of my layering on here, and I've never done that before, and I really like it. Usually I like to lay a piece of paper down and then a piece of paper on top of that and just have like a base piece of paper. And I actually used the watercolors as a base to hold all of the, pretty little bits that I wanted to put down. And this pink handmade paper is just stunning. I mean, this ink pad is from the box, but the stamp is not. The stamp is from Nico Neko, and I really loved it. Now that I have my own little girl, I'm like all about all the girly stamps. I could just never justify a reason for owning them personally, but now that I've got my own little girl, I feel like I rate having the little girly thing. So that's really fun and exciting. I'm really happy about that. So I do want to say on the left-hand side, I've got quite a big collage going on. And the reason for that is because I actually stamped, I used a stamp on the other side that had a really dark black ink, and it kind of bled through, and I wanted to cover it up. So that's why pretty much the whole center of the left-hand side is covered. So I think I am pretty much done. I think I'm going to cover up the middle, that pink right there. I'm going to cover that up with this really pretty paper, or this really pretty tag, and then I think that's going to be pretty much it. So if you have any questions, leave them down below. I would be more than happy to answer them for you. I'm going to bring it in a little closer and slow it down a little bit so that you guys can see all the pretty little details. I had a lot of fun with this. I really did. This was not a sponsored video or anything. I wasn't asked to use these products. They were the only pretty products, the girly products that I had in my stash, and so that's what I used. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it here. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Bye!